Well, guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, as the news continues to pile in from yesterday's attack, which they're saying it might be a terror attack or it might be a lone wolf acting crazy. This story right here is out of Magdeburg, Germany. Shout out Magdeburg. And it's about a doctor who's a Saudi national, and he emigrated to Germany 2006. For some odd reason, drove through a barrier at some type of Christmas market festival they were having out there, took a rented BMW and ran it through a crowd of people that looked like they were in line going to adjacent shops. Now this video is a little bit disturbing, and you'll see it in here. This guy plowed his car through these people. They're saying 200 people are hurt. They said 2 died. Now the death total risen to 5. The way this guy did this, man, it would be a nightmare for anybody out there. They have bodies strewn all over. And I don't know what make people do this. You know, the holidays is one of the biggest times people get depressed and do some of the craziest stuff. They still don't know if this is a terrorist attack. But let's get one thing straight. Before you look at these videos, don't know what was going on through this guy's mind, and they ain't really gave his all that information. They just calling him Taleb right now. One thing's for sure, you know, what he did was his whole motive was to cause and inflict terror. You know what I'm saying? Holidays is time people are depressed and got a lot of things going on. I don't know what this guy's problem was, but he was hell-bent on hurting other people. So now they saying it's 5 people dead and up to 200 injured. Take a look at this, and this is what they know so far.
A trail of death and destruction in Germany as a car plowed into a crowded Christmas market in the town of Magdeburg. At least 2 people are dead, one of them a small child. Emergency services rushed to help the injured, at least 60 people, authorities say. Hospitals in Magdeburg and neighbouring cities have cleared beds for an influx of seriously wounded people. Police arrested the driver on the scene. His motivation is still unconfirmed. We have caught the perpetrator, said the Premier of Saxony-Anhalt. He is a doctor from Saudi Arabia who has been working here and has been in Germany since 2006. German officials had warned people to be vigilant at Christmas markets, which are popular for holiday gift shopping and family outings. And it's 8 years, almost to the day, since a terror attack on the Berlin Christmas market, which left 12 people dead. German police believe the driver acted alone, and they suspect he may have had an explosive device in the car. Elaine Cobb, CBS News.
Is where 5 people have died, 200 others were injured following an attack on a Christmas market. This is all according to a local German governor. Friday's attack happened in Magdeburg. That's about 100 miles west of Berlin. Police say a local doctor, a 50-year-old Saudi national who came to Germany nearly 2 decades ago, drove his BMW around a barrier and right into the large crowd of people attending the festivities. I spoke with former FBI senior executive Josh School, who told us where the investigation goes from here.
The priority is to make sure that there aren't any additional attacks planned for other Christmas markets in Germany. The German officials, both on the intelligence side and law enforcement side, but we're reaching out to their contacts in Europe. The U.S. will certainly be involved in looking to make sure that helping them exploit his network, which means family, friends, and any postings on social media that they could find.
We're learning a few details about the suspect. We hope to learn more as the day goes on. But what goes into determining whether this was an official act of terrorism?
Well, it depends on his ideology. And we saw some initial reporting that said he may have been under the influence of alcohol or drugs. But right now, that's what they're trying to determine is if he had an ideological leaning towards some sort of terrorist organization, ISIS, As we've seen before, we saw attacks in Germany in 2016 very similarly, and we also saw this in New York City, unfortunately, in 2017.
The suspect, I'm always curious, he was not on any watch list. He allegedly acted alone. Does that make it even harder for investigators?
Oh, it's incredibly hard to find just a lone attacker, somebody who is consuming hate online and then decides to act independently without telling anybody or having, showing any signs to any friends, family, not posting on social media, talking about extreme ideology. It's very difficult.
You mentioned that attack in Germany in 2016, another one here in New York. Friday's attack, to your point, the second attack on a German Christmas market in just the past decade. Why are these markets, I hate even saying this, but seemingly popular as terror targets?
Well, I think terrorists look to attack soft targets, mass gatherings where they can do the most damage. Certainly, you have a lot of people out enjoying the Christmas holiday, going to the markets. It's an easy attack point if they can get in, and they can do maximal damage. That's what the definition of terrorism is: looking to incite terror in the public. So, unfortunately, they look at these soft targets, civilian targets.
So now, when they're looking into the suspect, what will they be looking for?
So they'll be looking immediately towards any contacts that he has that shows the similar ideology. They'll be looking at family and friends, what clues they had, who his close associates were, and then they will be leading up to should they have seen other signs of radicalization, were there tips that came in, did he do any travel, and then they'll be branching out and getting all of that information from across Europe and the United States.
My thanks to Josh School for joining me this morning.
All right, guys, that's what they know so far. I got to keep my voice down because I still got my wife and kid in there in the room sleeping. But yeah, man, it's a holiday season. People be depressed. A lot of times they're still trying to figure it out if this was a terror attack, which is not known yet at the time of me doing this video. They're saying he might have had explosive devices in the car. In my opinion, they would have found that out when they arrested him. You seen him get pulled over in other videos. They got him at gunpoint. Looked like an old Arab guy. Laid down on the ground, complied. They arrested him. And I just don't know what goes on in the hearts and minds of people where they feel as though because they're depressed or they're going through something, or maybe not going through something, they have this will to want to go out and hurt and injure and possibly kill other individuals while picking a holiday, representing good cheer to do it. A lot of people do a lot of crazy stuff out here that a lot of us will never understand. But when you deal and swim in the pool of emotion and wallow in it a lot of times as a man, or get motivated to do something from somebody else or outside force because you're weak-minded, things like this happen. And it'd be one of the world's most greatest mysteries. They said kids was hurt. One of the victims that died was supposed to be a little boy or a little girl. Kind of person in you to take a machine for transportation, use it for death, and ram the gas and mow down a lot of people. Did you guys see that video? That would be horrific to sit there and watch. And what's even worse is, could you imagine not being one of the people hit and then scrambling trying to help others that are on the ground, not knowing if they're going to live or not? The front of that BMW was tore to hell. And for him to do that and hit that many obstacles, causing that much, harm, he had to have pedal to metal, because if you look at that video in real time, that car went so fast when it ran through those people. I'm surprised that only 5 people died so far. But either way, man, you know what I'm saying? Prayers and condolences go out to Magdeburg, the tragedy they're going through, the families as well. Nobody deserves that type of stuff. As more information comes out, hopefully it'll be something we can go and talk about on here on this channel. But, man, come on, man. Said he was from Saudi Arabia. Said he'd been there since 2006. And you just now decide to do this shit? Don't understand it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Prayers for the family.